Hey guys, Cold here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. We're gonna test out Micah today. I'm on the test server, that's why I've got access to her. I didn't fuse her actually on the account. I do have my main account. I have all the epics needed to finish the fusion. They're just awakened 5, and I don't think the sacrifice is worth it just yet. I think for her to be worthy, she needs to be replacing like a really strong member of your team already. And I do feel like that she'll have a place for probably the guild boss, which I'll test out today and see if my guess is really correct. So Micah looks beautiful and a very cool looking hero. She does have awakening, so that will make her more powerful. I think you kind of need those to get her going, but it really makes it very interesting on her skills and the awakenings that she gets on how you might be able to build her in the future. So let's get started. I'm going to go over her gear very quickly. I do have the Infernal Roar set on her. I could argue for the SBA set because she does have a very low rage ultimate of 800. So I was thinking about that, but let's just try the Infernal Roar set. We do have some good stats: 13,000 attack with 357 crit damage. If I compare her to Silas, who will be like the test dummy against her today, it's not a fair comparison by no means. I don't think 15,000 and 250 crit damage, 87 crit rate. The reason that these stats are lower and I think should be able to give a good comparison is Silas also has this partner ability, the passive that he gets with Vierna. So he basically double hits and just does a lot of damage, especially on guild boss. He doesn't have 100% crit. Maybe I can change that just to make it a little bit fair. I think that kind of makes sense. Let me see. Do I have something that is basically better? Yeah, there we go. 100% crit. That's a little bit better. A little bit lower attack. 250 crit damage. That's okay. 100% crit damage difference. It's, yeah, we'll see about that. So why do I think she's gonna be good? So if we look at her skills, she does have Blazing Plume, so deals magic damage 3 times and inflicts burning. So she'll be inflicting burning. We'll have other heroes that inflict burning. So burning helps her a lot because of this skill. Conflagration reminds me of warlocks in World of Warcraft. Anyway, deals 300% magic damage. Each burning inflicted on the target increases conflagration's damage by 10% up to 70%. So she basically she triggers this skill at a 50% chance and does a huge burst of damage for 300% magic damage, and this goes up depending on the number of burnings. It's just extra damage. Think about it as extra magic damage. Okay, so this is how it looks like for her ultimate. When activated, ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. The number of basic attacks required for triggering Blazing Plume reduces by 2. This effect lasts for 30 seconds, so it's a 30-second duration ultimate. She will be gaining back her rage depending on what you're trying to run on the guild boss and how you want to place her down on the field, how much damage she'll be doing. So it really depends on how you want to do it, how you want to do your plan for guild boss and do a lot of damage. Her A1 is single target, 120% magic damage. This passive, every time Blazing Plume is triggered, increases crit damage, stacking up to 5 times. So that's a huge amount of crit damage boost. And also this is doubled when her ultimate is up. So possibly 60%, and then 120% increase in crit damage is insane. And then deals 50% increased damage to enemies with shield. So the guild boss does have a shield. That is where things become fun, and also this can be used in other areas as well. In terms of awakenings, it's not that she becomes insanely better. When she's attacking shields, her attack speed is boosted by 150 for 5 seconds. That is, there's a shield on the guild boss, so it does count for her. Awakening 2 is fine. Awakening 3, conflagration guarantees a crit hit. This makes me think, okay, if you can trigger it a lot of times, you don't need critical rate. If you can get her rage going to that point where she basically has her ultimate at all times, because then on Awakening 5, during the ultimate, the trigger chance of conflagration increases to 100%. So I was thinking like maybe you can build her out in a way that you have the Blazing Plume basically trigger conflagration at all times. You're going to have 100% crit rate. and you're going to be doing lots and lots of damage through that. And maybe you don't need to build crit rate on her because this is going to be what you're using, or else her Awakening 3 doesn't make sense. In terms of artifacts, I've given her a plus 25 Spirit Siphon. I thought about boosting this one as well. Might as well boost this one as well and see, you know, the damage that these two heroes are going to be doing on the guild boss. So let me just quickly max this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so for the showcase, I don't think I'm going to care about everybody else's damage. So what I want to do is basically stack everyone, well, stack Silas and her around Dolores, give them lots of rage region as much as I can, and see how that works out. So usually what I do for the guild boss is I'll place Zillitu here and try and buff her up. But what I want to do now instead is I want to place probably her here first, and then we start on placing the well, Dolores to buff her up. Then I want to place Silas somewhere here, and we place her somehow here, and this one here. And then basically what you want to be doing after this, ooh, where do I place her? Let's just place her here for now and see. All right, we'll see how that works out. In terms of healing, we should be all right. Not gonna place this guy just yet. So I want to pop the ultimate basically on everybody and start seeing the damage at about 4 minutes 10 seconds. That's when the shield starts up. I'm gonna pop Dolores as well. You're also gonna have you're also gonna have extra healing over there. So we pop this, pop this, pop this, pop this, popping everything. Let's drop in her. Let's withdraw her. Let's put this guy down. So these, you see this shield, we go through the shield so much quicker than I would have thought. And in terms of damage potential, we're just going, her ultimate is going for a long time. Look at this, still going. Silas is basically up with his ultimate, and then we also have Dolores basically up again. So I could actually pop these two. I mean, it's the right thing to do, and she almost has it. You see, she almost has the ultimate again. So if I can tune the rage, she would basically have the ultimate again. If I did it a little bit better. So lots of potential here with her. It's just gonna see the two rotations of the ultimates and see where that takes me. So here we're back basically 39-40%. So here I would withdraw somebody, probably, I don't know, maybe her. Throw Elo in here. So here I pop him, drop in her, withdraw her, pop that ultimate, pop everything basically now, and drop her for a little bit of extra damage. Look at how quickly we're gonna go through the shields. All right, Dolores popped again. Silas is gonna pop soon. Let's just leave it on auto and see what happens. We're not doing a lot of damage. 16,000. It's not a lot. Just save the remaining. I think it's 130 for the next shield. We're gonna have the ability to pop everybody. Pop this. Throw her. So what I want to do is 130. Pop all the ultimates so we get through the final shield. Gonna get us through. So 130. Let's see. Basically pop everything. Right. And then withdraw her. Place down Eloin, maybe helps out for the heals. Now we're gonna go through the shields. We should be able to go through the shields very quickly. There it is. There it is. So 25,000. Once you break through that, it's when the boss is weakened, and also whenever you break through the shield, you do a lot more damage. There you go. We're doing well. Popping the ultimates here on the bottom. Basically have it on auto, so not everybody is in optimized gear, so it's not like I'm trying to beat my record or anything. So 30,000 blood is not a lot by any means. Not a lot. So here can probably pop another ultimate. Oh, pop it, get the rage going. Salas went through his ultimate multiple times, so lots of damage through that one. But I want to see the comparison. 32, 5, 8, 2. It's good. It's not enough for the 50k, obviously, but bad optimization. So look at that. 88 million on Silas, on a badly geared Silas, by the way, versus 52. I mean, it's not bad. If you don't have Silas, you can definitely use her. It's not a bad damage, but the gear that she has on her is quite high. So like if I could test her again, maybe with I don't know, less. I mean, Silas does have 2 awakenings plus this. So if I could test her, probably, let's see. Could I boost her gear up a little bit more in terms of attack speed? Yeah. Because the attack speed could go a little bit higher to about the 450s. Should be much better. But then I would lose a lot of these stats. So crit damage, I could lose maybe 50% and gain attack instead. So maybe like an attack bonus. Yeah, maybe if I use this one instead. So attack bonus, so we get to 15,000 attack and then 316. It's a little bit better. Attack speed's not much better, but she should be able to do relatively solid damage. So her awakening 1 is very nice when attacking enemies with shield, increases attack speed. It's not the best, but it's still pretty nice. Attack plus 300 on the A2, A3. I mean, the awakenings would have been nice to show, but it's unrealistic to show them. So let's test her out somewhere else. So where would I use her? I don't think she would fit basically anywhere in the gear dungeons. I can't think of a gear dungeon where she would fit, guys. Because her skills are single target. Plume is triggered, increases crit damage. So single target. You can use her in dungeon 3. 2, yeah, I guess you can do on 2. It's still the enemies need to be under burning in order to test that one out. It's very single target, for her to be tested. So let me think about where I could try her. Artifact material rate, I don't think anybody cares about that one. Immortal Codex, I could see her against some of the bosses, but I'm not gonna test that. Gear rates, gear rate dungeons. The fact that she's single target would be a little bit of a problem here for the gear dungeons. On 1 might be okay, and 2 there's also like very high magic resist enemies. So the single target is where the problem is. Single target needs to be like really high damage for it to be worth it. So I think she's probably gonna be something that players out there who get those epics go for in order to have some really, solid alternatives for the guild boss. So let's just do another final test. Now that I've changed the gear a little bit on her, let's do no awakening test. Let's just do the test now with less crit damage but higher attack. So 15,000 attack versus 350 crit damage that I had before. So let's see, with 2,000 more, would I do more damage? So let's just go in there and do an auto fight and see how that turns out. So I'll see you guys in just 1 second. All right, so we did a little bit better in terms of overall damage. Let's check the damage numbers now. This time 58. Yeah, barely much of a difference there in terms of attack and crit damage. Barely much of a difference. I think it's all about timing her right together with Dolores and Silas to be in sync in terms of just having all of them go at the same time, so you don't waste time during your ultimate and during Dolores ultimate. So if you guys are not aware, when Dolores is boosting, everybody gets higher attack, everybody does a lot more damage because of the where is it, inspiration. My god, yeah, sometimes it just escapes your mind. Inspiration, it gets boosted, so you try and tune everybody in, go with their ultimates during Dolores ultimate. So it's all about the rage that each hero has together. So on the test server, the gear is not optimized at all, and plus I don't have the bonuses, so it is a little bit weird. But yeah, first impression, I think she does solid damage. again, I can't think of her being used in any of the gear raids, and I don't think of her as being a progression champion hero. It's more so about just having another alternative, especially Infernal hero as a damage dealer. And since she is a standard fusion, I don't think anybody is gonna hurt about using her. But if you have something already for the guild boss, you got a good team, using her 10 skill ups for her might not be the way to go, unless you want to, you know, change things up and try new things with Micah. So this was the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.